Hey everyone, welcome back. And once again, as you can see here, for some reason my webcam is deciding to not show my face again. So, yeah, I have no idea how to purposely fix it. Alright, so yeah, hold on a second. Anyways, as you can tell from the title of this video, I have another game review this time around. I would show it to you here, but I can't. I'm holding it in front of the webcam now, it's not showing. It's Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2 for the PS2. Well, I have a PS2 version anyway, so I'll look up later on so I can put in the title what other consoles it may be on. Alright, and so Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2 was actually the first Naruto game I ever played. Alright, so it was my first experience actually playing a Naruto game before any other, and quite honestly, this is why I want... Yeah, this is kind of what got me to want to play a lot more Naruto games, because I played this one, you know, I got it for $17.99, it says right here, so, you know, not too expensive, really. But basically, let's get into the plot, though. The story mode, basically, there's 4 arcs. I almost spilled my drink over here. Basically, there's 4 arcs in this game. Alright, the first 2 are based on the story, and the last 2 are original arcs. The 2 based on the story would be the Destruction of the Hidden Leaf arc. Right, basically starts with a couple fights from the Chunin Exam's finals. Alright, but that's still a part of the Destruction of the Hidden Leaf arc. Alright, it goes all the way through there. Alright, and then the other one is the Search for Tsunade arc. Alright, in which you hunt down Tsunade. And so I really only shouldn't need to talk about them all too much, because if you're familiar with Naruto, then you know about them. Alright, and it follows them very faithfully as well. Alright, like I said in the beginning, it starts with 2 arcs from the Chunin Exam finals, you know, the, like, Shikamaru versus Temari and Sasuke versus Gaara, I believe, are the ones. And the Sasuke versus Gaara one is what leads into the leaf actually being attacked. You know, and then it does lots of fights. Other fights are based on that arc specifically, you know, like Orochimaru versus, Hiruzen, and Sasuke versus Gaara, and Naruto versus Gaara, and I can't think of any others. Hold on a second, I'm gonna get the then I don't have the manual, okay. But yeah. And then with the Tsunade retrieval arc, they have like Tsunade versus Kabuto, Naruto versus Kabuto, Jiraiya versus Orochimaru, Jiraiya versus Kisame, and Sasuke versus Itachi. I don't know how that one worked out, though. Alright, and we also have like 3 fights with Naruto versus Jiraiya, which are basically just them Jiraiya training Naruto. Alright. And oh, and also we have Shizune versus Tsunade, because Shizune tries to prevent Tsunade from going to help Orochimaru. So we actually have that fight in there as well. I may be missing a few, but yeah, we do actually have some really good fights. Now, I think, and well, first off, before I talk about the fights in general, like what I think about them, I'll talk about the other 2 arcs. I forget what the other 2 arcs are called, but the 3rd arc, which is original, same as the 4th, the 3rd arc is called, or is basically about Orochimaru after his arms were sealed. He comes back in the 3rd arc, and he basically meets Kakashi and Guy in the either the Forest of Death or no, I think it's the Hidden Leaf Forest, yeah. And he releases a jutsu on Kakashi, known as the Ghetto Mark Seal, which is a jutsu that can seal away one's KK Genkai ability. Alright, so he seals away Kakashi's KK Genkai. Although it seems that he can still use it, but it will just cause incredible significant pain to him, and will actually damage his eyes. Alright, so it's more appropriate for him to not use it. Basically, Kabuto's with him. Kabuto uses the jutsu, but that causes extreme pain on Orochimaru. Basically, in the fourth arc, it's explained that the Ghetto Mark was created by the third Hokage during the Great War. Something about using it that he used it to save lives and whatnot. However, knowing its dangers, after the war, he hid the Ghetto Mark Seal and also another jutsu called the Ghetto Mark Confusion somewhere in the leaf. It was hidden at the Memorial Stone, because you have to search there for it. The Ghetto Mark Confusion basically allows you to control whoever you're objecting it to. Alright. So, yeah, and he ends up using the Ghetto Mark Confusion on Naruto in the fourth arc. So you have to fight Shizune with Naruto, and you also have to end up fighting Sakura with Naruto. Alright, and the reanimation is actually used in there, I believe, like long before it's ever used in the actual series, anime or manga. And Orochimaru ends up reviving Fushinobi with it. He revives Zabuza and Haku. So you have a fight, Kakashi fought Zabuza off screen, but then you have Jiraiya finishing Zabuza off. And then you have Sakura was gonna end up having to fight Haku, but instead Sasuke comes in and ends up defeating Haku instead. You have to use Sasuke to fight Haku. Alright, and he also revives the third Hokage, in which towards the very end you have to fight, Tsunade has to defeat Hiruzen. And the final fight in the game is Naruto using the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra, having to defeat Orochimaru. Alright, there's also a fight right before that with Kakashi versus Kabuto, and there's a fight when Naruto's under the Ghetto Mark Confusion spell. He has to fight his evil self in his subconscious in order to break free from it. Alright, so there's a lot of fights here. Alright, but basically that's the plot of both the third and fourth arcs. The third arc basically sets everything up for that, and the fourth arc concludes it. And I thought it was a very original thing. I love that they introduced the reanimation here, even though it's kind of different than what it was actually depicted as in the series, because when in here you don't have to seal people away. When you defeat them, they just fade away. Whereas in the actual series, you have to seal them away. There's no way to kill them otherwise.